Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? So, I've been working quite a bit today on trying to clean this place up, and I've done a somewhat decent job of it. I haven't been working super hard at it. I've been doing a couple other things off and on. Still working on vlogs, which I do want to get done shortly. It's actually it's almost 6 in the afternoon, and Sarah's working a little bit of overtime. But yeah, so the first thing you're probably going to notice is this. This is here. Why is this here, you might be asking? Well, this is here because I wanted something else here to hold stuff and also hold stuff, by which I mean hold stuff inside of it and also hold stuff on top of it. This I actually did something a little bit different with too, is that I think I'm going to start trying to make my MacBook into a Mac server, so I actually put my MacBook on the top of it here, so I can actually switch over to, let me make sure there's no Facebook up or anything. So clearing out of everything that I had on screen at the time, this is my MacBook. It's just here, so I can just hot swap to it and from it back to my PC for the moment, because I'm going to be working on videos as soon as I finish this segment, because I really want to get those done. Trying to rework my charging station over here so that I can actually charge things on it again. Just rewatching the Let's Play now that it's done, see if there's anything important I missed. Just have it muted again for the purposes of the vlog. This is kind of the interesting thing, is I realized a little while ago, I've been considering for a while now actually getting a standing desk, and I realized that if you look at the side of this thing actually has little holes on the side of it, because you can raise and lower the desk essentially. So I think I can actually turn this desk into a standing desk, and I'm tempted to try it, and I think I'm going to do that. Well, this is it. This is my new fake standing desk. Certainly not built to be a standing desk, but it does the job pretty well. It's actually pretty much at the height I want it, and it's good. Now, the downside to this is that it does make the room a little bit darker, because one of the central kind of core lights to the room is no longer here. But I did replace it with this, though of course this is not balanced for daylight, and nor is it brighter, but we can bounce it off the walls for the moment because the light's already kind of weird from the ceiling. So we're a little bit messy over here for the moment, just because we did lose a little bit of space. The lamp's not going to be up there anymore. I think a lot of the stuff can fit in down here, but I also think that I want to move the tablet charging station, which has traditionally been down there, over here. Just because I think that'll give me a little bit more room to work. You know, I'm going to cut and let the light balance do whatever it wants, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit more balanced. It's going to ignore that, but yeah. So the color temperature of this room is going to be getting a little odd again, because this is unfortunately not daylight balanced, but whatever, we shall do what it wants to do. So yeah, so we have that filing cabinet there, and everything's kind of still all out over the moment. It's not completely clean yet, but for the moment it is what it is. Now, I actually showed this to my father, and my father saw it and liked it, and well, suggested, if you didn't notice as well, I swapped out the pieces of wood, because we've had 2 of these desks over the years. One of them, this black one, was mine. And then we had the other one, which was our computer desk in the old house. But we've also built one down here, because we thought that it would actually be a somewhat decent idea to be able to have an extra one of these. Yeah, so we do have this one down here now, so this one can also be worked as such on a standing desk. As you can tell, it's pretty much at my chest height, which is about where you want it to be. I'm using the stabilizer, obviously. Let's head back upstairs, because there is one other thing that I want to show off now before the day ends, and the day is rapidly coming to an end because it's nearly midnight now. So I thought it might be a decent idea to do a little bit of a test between the digital SLR and the Canon T6i this is, and the Canon Vixia GH20. Just because I thought that it would be a decent comparison, because this also has the 24mm lens on it, the Pancake. As you can tell, it is definitely more narrow than the one on the vlog camera, because the vlog camera is at its widest. But I thought it would be kind of interesting to compare the grain at 2.8. For those of you who don't know, I have my camera, well, I have the vlog camera on full auto basically, and I have the T6i on 30 frames locked f2.8 and automatically adjusting the ISO to be whatever it wants to be. So it'll be interesting to see kind of the amount of grain on a somewhat dark day here in the studio. And I mean just dark just because it's night. So it'll be kind of interesting to kind of move around the room a little bit and see how different the picture looks. The T6i is on automatic focusing, which you will obviously notice because the T6i, for being with the lens being that wide open, the focus is significantly more shallow. But yeah, so as you can tell, it's trying to track my face now on that old vlog that's playing. You know, this is just kind of a representation of a couple of, you know, some of the days in the studios. Now this will be significantly better for like if we're doing something down here on the desk that requires a lot of unboxing, because as you can see we're going to get a much crisper image, and the image is significantly crisper when it focuses down on something. Let's use my standing desk and just kind of looking at my keyboard a little bit here. And probably once it focuses tell the pretty significant difference in the sharpness of the keys, even if it's a little bit darker. You know what, let's even make both cameras have a little bit easier day job. Turn the light down towards the keyboard. As long as we don't block any of it. I'm going to tilt the cameras a little bit so that they're both turning towards the light spot on the keyboard. You can probably tell that the T6i is probably going to be significantly more crisp. But again, this is about as much for me as it is for you, just so we can see what we can do with it. Now, the one thing about the T6i is that if I switch over to the T6i's audio and I make it readjust to some focal length or something, assuming it will. I'm assuming this is on manual, or not on manual, on auto. Hello? Yeah, but if you hear that, yeah, the noise is actually, where the lens is very, very noisy. But yeah, so now I'm in manual control of the lens for focus. You can tell how finicky it is. I'll switch back to the other vlog cameras audio real quick. There we go. But yeah, so I don't know. It's obviously not going to be the daily vlog driver, but it could be. It could add some, could add a little bit of extra clarity or whatnot. Maybe I should do like multicam stuff when I'm out, when I'm working on my desk a little bit, to kind of show it off a little bit more. Yeah, something like that maybe. Oh well. Without further ado, actually let me switch off of this. Alright, back to solo camming it up. That was a little bit hard to do, so if it didn't come out the best, I apologize, but I mean I was hauling two cameras around. One of them was on a shoulder rig, and this one was on a two-handed stabilizer. But without further ado, I think that's actually really going to be just about it for today. We got a nice little camera demo and two standing desks. It'll be kind of interesting. It'll be kind of interesting to cut this tomorrow and see how that comes out. But because it's now 3 minutes after midnight, I think it's probably a good idea for me to head to bed. Get some well-deserved rest. So, without further ado, I will see you guys tomorrow, where we'll do something, hopefully, something interesting. We'll see.